Ken Orange Theory Trader back with you with part two of the watch list from the 8 hour chart. So let's not waste time and get into it. We only have 4 on our watch list, 3 of which worked out, 1 of which did not. And the one that did not was the one I traded, unfortunately. So let's not waste time. Initially, I was looking at this candle range here, high and low, right? So going into Asia, so this would have been a 195 or 1700 PM, okay, trade. And it worked out holding for a couple of candles, which would have been 16 hours, would have been a handsome payday. Wish I would have took it, but I didn't. So let's look at the entry. Remember that if you trade the 1500 or the 1700 candle, you have to wait until the spread calms down. So obviously we're not trading for the first hour. I'd say typically the spread calms down between about 6 and 7. So the best entry would have been at about 730 off of this fair value gap right there. And with a 10 pips stop loss. Did it go 1 to 5? No. Let's see if it could have been a 1 to 3. Yeah, could have got a 1 to 3 off that pretty easily. So there was that one. Well, maybe could have went 1 to 5. Hold on. Well, definitely 1 to 4. Yeah, would have went 1 to 5. Hold on, all the way over here. Yeah, would have been a 1 to 5. Would have paid out at 10:40 a.m. So quite a hold from 7:30 at night to 10:40 in the morning. But it did play out pretty smooth trade. Not a real pullback here, another one there. But obviously, price just trended up nicely for the rest of the day. So that was a good trade. It would have been a good trade if I had taken it. So let's see. Next one was GJ on the 8 hour chart. The range I was looking at. Yeah, this was the low here. This was the high. This was picture perfect. I hate I was focused on the wrong pair, but it happens. So that's the high. So 1500 candle is right here. So we'll do a little replay. 5-minute chart. Best entry would have been let's see if there's maybe a change in state of delivery somewhere. Yeah, that's the change in state of delivery right here at 6. Because this one candle, let me make this a little bigger. This one candle right here made the low. So when price closes above it, that's the change in state of delivery as well. Sometimes a fair value gap will be created after the change in state of delivery takes place, where it's confirmed that the candle flips from red to green, or at least the price action is starting to do so. So a good entry would have been right here at 7:05 when this candle closed. Right there on that pullback. 10 pip stop loss. Would have been good for definitely 1 to 3, but let me get out of the replay and see how far it went. Broke out the range. 1 to 5 is my max, so 1 to 5 would have been fine with me, but it did go for more than that above the candle range. To the candle range high, that was about 1 to 4, but it did go all the way up for 1 to 8, so that was good. Let's see, Swiss. Let's go back to the 8 hour. Okay, so you had candle 1, candle 2, candle 3 was at 1500. I'm sorry, 1700. I don't know why I keep saying that. But 5 o'clock. So let's go back to our Asian range. Start at about 6 or so. What do we have? Just steady consolidation. We got some fair value gaps here. That's a swing low, but this is kind of a big one. So let's see if we can't find. I don't want to change the state of delivery. We just could have did a fair value gap. Let's just say that. In the 7 o'clock hour. So it's looking like 7 o'clock is the best time to take these trades, at least for this one, for these pairs. Always subject to change. But if you'd have taken that gap in there, 10 pip stop loss, to the top of the range. You could have got 1 to 4. It did break out of the range and continue up. So, I mean, talk about 1 to 7, maybe even 1 to 8. I don't know. But either way, that was a great trade. Once again, know what I missed, but unfortunately, I was chasing pound Swiss long. So let's take a look. It was in a bearish fair value gap as well. If I said bearish, I meant bullish. But if I said bullish, then that's what I meant. So I was going off let me see, was it this range? I'm not even sure which range I was going off of. It could have been this one. But as we can clearly see, let me see CRT low. Let's just say for the sake of the video, I was going off this range and expecting a continuation going up. But as you can see, price just went down. So I lost that one. Not a lot to it. So, but the yen pair is definitely paid out. That was a great trade. So that's pretty much it. Appreciate you watching and take care. Have a great rest of your day.